Selam tekrar. Şu an sesim, görüntüm geliyor mu?
Şu an geliyor hocam.
Hocam şu an
Az önce ne oldu bilmiyorum. Yeni bir modemden, yani yeni derken bir aydır falan kullandığım bir modemden bağlanıyorum. Ondan dolayı çıktı herhalde problem. Şimdi şeye geçtim ben de. Kendi telefonumdan bağlanıyorum. Böyle daha iyi. Okey. Yine Zeynep'i de bekleyelim. Bir 2 dakika falan daha. Sonra başlarız istersen. C Sharp'ı söylüyordunuz zaten. Bir şey dediysen Erdem, duyamadım az önce.
hocam şey demiştim, yeni bir ders işlemedik arasında, hani ikimiz arasında.
Aa, doğru.
Yine bulunduğumuz yerde. Ama hoca ara ara çok inheritance'dan bahsetti. Yani konu olarak işlemese de genel mantığını biliyoruz.
Tamam, güzel. Güzel. Bakalım biz Unity'ye geçince nasıl ilerleyeceğiz? Yani Java sınıfla mı yapsam diye de düşünüyorum. Ama biraz riskli o işte. Hani, işte bir yerde takılırsak falan şey olur. Zaman boşa gider diye düşünüyorum ama en kötü belki şey de yapabilirim. Hani kodu önceden yazıp işte burayı da yazdım, zaten yazılmışı var diyerek ilerleyebiliriz. Daha önce hani bu tarz ders almadınız herhalde, değil mi? Böyle kod yazmayı öğreten falan.
Hocam geçen dönem C++ dersiniz vardı.
Hı hı.
Ama o da hani şey çok uzun kodlar yazmamıştık yani derste.
Derste kod yazdınız mı peki? Beraber mi yazdınız? Nasıl
Hani, evet, yazıyorduk. Sonra online'a geçince biraz ders süresi çok kısaldığı için hani bize kaldı. Okulda olduğumuz zaman yazıyorduk hocaya.
Tamam. Ne gibi şeyler yapıyordunuz mesela?
Efendim hocam.
Ne gibi şeyler Ne gibi şeyler yapıyordunuz?
Okulda yani çok ufak mesela random fonksiyonunu gördükten sonra onun minik bir oyununu yapıyorduk ve yani uygulamalarını. Çok ufak ufak uygulamalar oluyor böyle konulara bağlı olarak.
Hı hı. Yani mesela işte sayıları mı topluyordunuz bir for döngüsü içinde, o tarz şeyler. Yani ne tarz problemleri çözüyordunuz? Onları anlamaya çalışıyorum. Hani çözdüğünüz en karmaşık şey neydi mesela?
Şimdi en son sanırım e, birkaç class içinde şey yapmıştık. Banka hesabı tarzı şeyler. Çok hatırlayamıyorum şimdi.
Tamam. Biri geldi, gitti galiba. Salman, are you here? Okay. Let's. You.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hello. Are you an MIS student?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from Yemen.
Yemen. Okay. Welcome here. Could you? I mean, it will be first lecture for you, so could you introduce yourself to us? So, I mean, we don't have a huge class, so I would like to know you all.
My name is Salman As-Silmi. I'm from Yemen. I'm MIS, Management Information System student.
Mhm.
That's all.
Why did you choose our class, and why? Like, what do you expect to learn?
I think it's kind of, it will be easy for me because I know I love gaming, by the way.
Great. Which
That's it.
genres do you play or like? I don't know.
Which what?
Which game genres? I mean, what kinds of game do you like to play, or what are the types of games that you would like to create in the future?
Strategy games, action games, something like this.
Okay, great. Welcome, and um, it's noted. As you know, we started almost 3-4 weeks earlier to our lecture, and because of that, you need to watch the previous lectures if possible. They won't be, I mean, some of them won't be extremely relevant to your homework, but still, to create a comprehensive homework, you better watch the previous lectures. I'm sorry about the delay. It's not actually my fault, but it's the system's fault. So I couldn't manage to reach you until the third week. I tried, by the way, but because of that, I mean, there was a delay for you to see the videos. After that, like starting from this week, I'm trying to upload everything the next day or the same day, but still I would really suggest you to join, if possible, with a camera. And are you outside, by the way? If that's the case, it's no problem.
Yes, I'm outside.
Okay. But
I have a question about the instructions of the homework. Can you give us an instructions about it?
yeah, sure. I already gave some introductions, so you can see them in previous videos. But a general outline, let me share. Let me talk briefly. You will need to create a high-level game design document and an executive summary. I taught how to write an executive summary before in previous lectures. You can check this out. And last week we started to talk about how to write a high-level game design document. So you will write these two, and when you are writing, you will get some guidance by watching my lectures. So basically, I'm walking you over on the topic. Each week, each lecture, we will be covering another section of the document. And what else? After that, you will need to present your game idea in a 5 minutes presentation. You can use presentation tools such as PowerPoint or Prezi, maybe, if you like that. And this is the first assignment, by the way. So this will be noted as 25% or 30% or something like that. It's not decided yet, but it will be almost 1/3 of your final grade. Sorry, not final grade, but your total grade. And this will be around 1/3, and you will have another assignment, and it will be writing a document also, but it will be a more detailed guide about a smaller scope. You will basically choose one dynamic and write a document describing this feature of your game, and it will be really detailed. And this is the second assignment, and the third assignment will be creating a game with Unity 3D, and it will be the final assignment. It doesn't have to be a huge game. You can use YouTube tutorials. You can also use the assets that we have bought for you. I will send you a link, not just you, but to whole lecture, a link of all the assets that we have bought. But it's early for that. And you, like I said, you are free to use any code, but to make a game unique, you need to have original art assets. And because of that, I won't be accepting the I won't be accepting the already created assets. Let me put it this way. You won't get notes by copying a tutorial just by itself. Okay, you will need to at least change some icons, some artwork, etc. You can find those artworks from other tutorials, other websites. It's okay for me if it's no problem for me. But if you use the same pictures in the tutorial, then you are not creating your own game. So you are basically just copying something. So this is important. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Any other questions?
Clear. Thank you.
Okay. By the way, your game doesn't need to be huge. Like I said, it can be even a hyper casual game. I don't know. Do you have any coding experience before?
Actually, no.
Okay, so you don't know C sharp, right?
No, it's actually this is my first year, my first semester, so
Yeah, this will be hard then. Okay, you better check out some C sharp videos. Even before we start to talk about Unity 3D. So Unity 3D is a program to write games, basically, and the language we will use in our lecture will be C sharp, okay? C sharp. So it's C and sharp. Sharp is this. I'm caring about this because I wrote how to write it in the WhatsApp group. So yeah, you better check tutorials on C sharp because currently other students are taking C sharp courses from another lecture, and they will have an obvious advantage over you. And because of that, you will need to try out your best. And I will be merciful when grading, don't worry.
I will try.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. If there are no other questions, we can jump into the lecture. Okay. We already spent some time inviting you to the meeting. So let me share my screen first. I assume you are able to see me, right? So last week we were talking about Gantt charts, which are essential tools to plan out the game. We will talk about how to create those Gantt charts, and before that, I would like to criticize Gantt charts a bit, since I mean they are good tools. They look nice from outside the scope, but the problem with modern companies is project managers or CEOs focus too much on planning and timelines. They focus too much on time charts, etc. When the focus should be the people developing these products. And what I'm saying is Gantt charts are focusing on the time it takes to build something, and but like the problem with that is you can create a game in 10 minutes or in 10 years. So the difference is the quality and the quality of code. And if you are basically forcing your game developers to write a code in a shorter period of time, most probably you are harming your company, and the coder will get fed up with this, and at the end will quit your company, and the next coder will, like the person you work with after this coder, will see the code, and um, he will say that it's a spaghetti code, which is very mixed up and complex and not clear to understand or maintain. it won't be easy to fix bugs or develop it any further, since the basic architecture of the code is not flexible or adjustable or maintainable. And because of that, you will end up with a dead project. This is the worst case that could happen. I mean, you will have a project that's no one wants to work on, basically. And let me give you an example of that. In my previous job, the founder of the company basically outsourced the websites projects to Indians, and basically they had a deal. He had a deal with an Indian company, and he paid them money, and he got some products. But the product was written in poor quality, and when he wanted to add more features to the website, by website I mean the said product, so he wanted to add some more features to the product, and he hired a team, this time a Turkish team, and the Turkish team, including me, and decided it's not possible to maintain this product and write it from scratch. And rewriting this program took, I don't know, almost a year, and it's not even complete yet. And this program was developed with React, a more recent technology, a newer technology. So I mean, the end result was better, but still, probably the Indian company sold, like completed, quote unquote, completed and sold the website in a shorter amount of time. I don't know, probably like 8-9 months, but it's not a maintainable product at the end. So it looks like a complete product, but it's actually a dead product. So he had to employ more quality coders and spend, I don't know, more resources, money, and recreated this project. So time isn't everything. Sometimes quality can create more time for you in the future if you are focusing on the quality. And the danger with timelines is you are skipping over the quality of your code. And there are I'm getting education on software design quality, and there are metrics to measure those software quality metrics, and I'm learning them currently. And even if I outsource some project in the future by giving money to other developers, I will be checking with another tool, with another program, to determine the quality of the product before I buy the product. So this can be a good tip for you in the future if you decide to manage a project in the future. I really suggest you to learn some quality measurement tools for softwares, and use them to see how actually your project is going. If a code, you can even determine if a developer, a software developer, messes up the code. Um, if you can find something like that in your team, then you should immediately talk to the developer and fix this situation. Maybe he's feeling like he needs to create features really quickly. If this is the case, you need to stop them, and you need to make them focus on planning and writing good quality code, not the quickest code. And I like, if you have watched the Vertigo games. By the way, I sent you a link about an interview with the CEO of Vertigo Games. Have you seen that? Okay.
Yeah, we watched it, and
Yes.
it was really good.
Okay. I have sent this interview to different groups. Bahçeşehir University Group and also Istanbul Technical University Group. In both groups, they said to me that Vertigo Games is like, they both from both groups. I heard people saying that Vertigo Games is not a good place to work on. By the way, I don't know why. They have they may have different opinions, but just keep that in mind. But still, it's obvious that they are creating uh, one of the biggest games in Turkey. So Critical Strike is a huge first-person shooter from Turkey, and they are developing that. And this, I think, this should be respected. And the intent and the methods they use to reach out people are also um, really valuable, I think. And I will be watching all of their next videos. I suggest you to do the same. And in the video, in the interview, the CEO gave an interesting example. He said that he saw a, an a developer applicant basically wrote a code and sent it to the Vertigo games, and they checked the game and didn't like the quality of the game. By the way, in like, generally, if you go and try to get a job at a game company, like, generally 9 out of 10 times they will ask you to write a prototype, code a prototype, and you will be judged based on the quality of your codes, and also how like how much time you have spent, how um, how were you able to do the needed tasks, etc. And this guy sent out the code, and he couldn't get the job, unfortunately. And then he got a job on another company, a hyper casual game company this time, and he worked for 1 year there. And after that, he he tried to get a job at Vertigo Games again, and he was more experienced. Obviously, he has plus 1 year experience in a hyper casual game company, and CEO saw that the code quality even even reduced after working on a hyper casual game company for 1 year. So this is really interesting, I would say. And in hyper casual game companies, there are developers working on prototypes, and generally developers are expected to write a prototype during 2 or 3 day periods, and most of the code they produce are going to trash. So the not all games are being published. They are basically just trying different mechanics and different games, and because of this there's a time pressure to find the best game idea and implementation. And because of this time pressure, unfortunately developers are going um, like losing their abilities to produce high quality code. So this is something that you should keep in mind as a project manager. And this is, I mean, if you are trying to create a prototype, it can be argued that you are it can be argued that you are expecting a product faster, and you are not expecting a full product, uh, high quality product, I mean. It's okay, but still, as a project manager, if your prototype is produced at a really low amount of time, then you need to be a bit cautious about the quality of your product. And generally it's better to rewrite the prototype from scratch after you finish the prototype, since your team will be more experienced on the topic, and also your prototype will be a mess since there was time pressure when building the prototype. So by rewriting the code from scratch, you will have a prototype that is easier to maintain and develop further. Okay. And as a game developer, if you work as a software developer, you should also keep in mind that you don't always improve by getting more experience. You need to get an experience in some place where you are learning new stuff every day and relevant stuff every day. So you need to think about the future in your career path, and you need to I don't know, choose the companies you want to work for accordingly. And uh, it can look like even finding a job can be good for you, but if they are not giving you enough time and resource to learn more and get better at your craft, then you won't improve that much. You may even lose some of your skills, and you should keep this in mind. This is even a human resource problem, by the way, acquiring quality coders and making sure that they are not under pressure and they are able to create quality products. But this is going beyond our topic right now. So what I basically mean is time charts are good and valuable, okay, for project planning. These are important, and we need project planners, of course, like we have already discussed. But they are not everything, and you need some way to improve your code and making sure that your quality is not going below a certain level. Okay. Any questions so far? With this disclaimer, we can jump into the timeline, Gantt charts. I tried out some of the features in clickup.com. By the way, it's here. Like the name is clickup.com. It redirects to app.clickup.com. And I will basically create a new Gantt charts from scratch. I'm using the dark background, but you can change it from settings. I try to use dark background in all of my tools so that I am not getting more radiation and my eyes are more relaxed, basically. Okay, let's see the main screen. So this is the main page of clickup.com, and you can see that you can jump into your workspace and you can change your settings, your backgrounds, and you can also manage your team. I use ClickUp by myself, not within a development team. This is why it's empty, but you can add a team. I mean, almost all of the project management tools are free, but they generally ask for money after a certain usage limits. So like they want you to buy the full product. They are making you able to use the high I don't know, like professional features, etc. But generally, the free features are good enough for most of the cases. And you can see that I'm the owner of my workspace, since there's only one person. And there are ways to invite a guest. And if you create your Gantt diagrams in ClickUp, you need to either add me as a guest, or you can add me to your team as well, or you can export the PDF and send the PDF to me. I will accept all of them and I will teach you how to export the PDF. Okay, those are spaces. So spaces are let me put it this way. Workspace resembles your company, and spaces resemble the little products in your company. And new doctor order was a task that I was building during like in my previous job. I can actually go to that space. So as you can see, I forgot to update some of the tasks, but actually no, those sections are from the template. So in the ClickUp app, you don't need to start from scratch. You can use already made templates, and you can use them. So I like those 3 tasks about homepage and pricing plans are not my tasks. We can actually delete them to make it more convenient and relevant. And the lists of the things that I need to do are here, basically. I am the assignee for all of those, and I can basically change the position of them, and I can even update uh, their priorities. I will go into the details after a 10 minutes break, okay? So let's see you at 25 past 1, okay? See you later.